Howdy folks, I'm here by the lake where I released the ducks that I recently rescued. Today I'm going to talk about something that I don't normally talk about with people. A lot of people don't know this about me, but I was actually the original belly dancer for the band U2 on their ZOOTV tour. And I don't usually talk about it just because I'm not really one to kind of brag about things. So most of the people who I know and work with, don't even know this about me. I even had a best friend for a while, like right after the tour, that had no idea that I had just been on tour with U2. And he was like my best friend for like a year until somebody else told him. And he couldn't believe it because, I don't know, I'm too humble for my own good, I think. I thought it might be interesting to people, so I thought I would share this. Yeah, so they were, back in '92, they were rehearsing for their ZOOTV tour in Lakeland, Florida, which is about 45 minutes from Tampa, where I live. And I knew that sometimes they would bring people up on stage to like play guitar or whatever, and I'd seen them bring somebody up on stage before, and I thought, oh, they had just come out with this song, Mysterious Ways, and there's a belly dancer in the video. I thought maybe they'd like to have a belly dancer. So a couple of weeks before their tour started, I went to the venue where they were going to be opening their tour and where they were rehearsing, and I approached a gentleman who was their production manager, and I told him that I was a professional belly dancer, and I gave him my business card, and I asked him if they might want to have a belly dancer for the show. And he wasn't sure about that, but he said that they were kind of stressed out from all the rehearsals and stuff, and that he would love to have me come and perform as a surprise during their dress rehearsal. And so I did. I came back when they had their dress rehearsal scheduled, and they really liked it. So they thought it was a great idea, and they wanted me to perform for their opening show. So the night of their opening show comes, and of course, there's all this, different elements to the show, and they kind of backed out because they didn't want to add this brand new element at the last minute when they had all these other concerns that they were, dealing with. And so I did not perform at the first show. So a few days later, I got a call from Bono himself. He was in Miami, and he asked if I could fly down that day to perform at the show that night. I guess after the Lakeland show, they felt like they should have had me perform. And so I flew down to Miami that day and performed in the show that night, and it went really well. So that was that, and I went back home. And then a few more days passed, and Bono called me again from Boston this time, and he asked if I could fly up to Boston. So I flew up to Boston, performed there on St. Patrick's Day, and after that they just asked me if I could just stay on the tour. So that's pretty much how it happened. They weren't planning on having a belly dancer in their live show. That was my contribution to the ZOOTV tour, and that led on to, I traveled all over the US and Canada, and then I got to go to Europe with them.
John, take a dive with your sister in the right. Never talk about the things you can't explain. The touch is to heal, to hurt is to steal. If you wanna kiss the sky, better learn how to kneel on your knees, boy. She wants you, you don't know why. She sees the man inside her. It
was an awesome experience. Unfortunately, they did end up hiring another girl who was a friend of theirs to take my place, and she had been tagging along on the tour, and I knew that she wanted my job. I did, and anyway, I guess that's the way things go in entertainment. But yeah, and she ended up marrying the Edge, and I guess they lived happily ever after. Whew. It's a hot one here in Florida. So it was really cool to get to travel the world and see all these countries, and you know, I wouldn't even want to travel these days. I got to meet lots of celebrities and you know, just after a while it's just like, you know, they're just like regular people. Bruce Springsteen was really cool and friendly. John McEnroe was really cool. He would come and watch like right by my podium. You know, I got to meet Eddie Vedder. It was really awesome. It was really cool getting to meet Chris Novoselic and Dave Grohl from Nirvana. Chris's wife, Shelley, was really cool too. So now I rescue animals and I have this YouTube channel. So if you're interested in following my journey, I would love it if you would subscribe to my channel and let me know if you have any questions. I did have to sign something that said I wasn't supposed to talk about the band for like 40 years. But I feel like this is what I've done, and it's okay for me to talk about it. I'm not talking about anything personal as far as the band goes. But I really appreciate you watching, and I hope that you enjoyed this. I don't know if you can see the ducks back there. I'll zoom in.